Hey everybody, welcome back to my vlog. Hope you're doing well as usual. Today's another episode of Rants, and I think I picked out a good topic for that. One that kind of bothers me about people and how they react to certain things, and that being text messaging. So, first off, let's talk about ignoring text messages. Sometimes people, they just, for some reason, feel like it's okay to ignore somebody right in the middle of a conversation. And, the problem with that is they stop replying, but you can see that they're, let's say on Facebook and posting stuff, but they're not replying to your messages. And then you call them out on it, then they get mad at you for that. At least in my experience, that's what's happened with me in the past. Just people thinking. The other thing is, I've been ignored for days by this one person, and they finally text me again, and I don't get back to them right away because I'm doing something, and they flip out on me, and they say I have an attitude, or I'm being snippy about something, and it's not fair, because if it was the other way around, like I said, I texted that person and they don't answer me for days, so why are they getting upset with me when I don't respond to them within minutes of them texting me, and they can ignore me for days on end, and not say one word to me for like days. So that. And the other thing is, when you can see that the person has read the message but they don't reply, that's a big one. It's like, if you're not going to reply, then why'd you start talking to me in the first place? That's just, I don't know, not proper texting etiquette to do that. It's like, if you don't want to talk, then don't talk to me. Don't start up a conversation and then just ignore me in the middle of it. Like, it doesn't make sense. But yeah, my favorite is when you text somebody and then they're on your Facebook. Well, they're on your friends list on Facebook, and you can see that they're on, so they read the text message because it's sent to their phone and they're on their phone, but they're just blatantly ignoring you, which is,
hail to the king, baby.
Sorry about that. You can see that they're blatantly ignoring you because they're obviously doing something else on their phone, but if you're wondering what I'm doing, I have my notes right here. I keep checking my notes. That's why I'm doing this. So yeah, I had a situation where I didn't hear from somebody for days, and they finally texted me, and I didn't text back right away because I was playing PlayStation, and they gave me attitude about it. They're like, okay, got it. You're playing PlayStation. Cool. And I was just like, I was just in the middle of a game, and I was going to get back to them in like a minute or so or whatever, and like they didn't give me a chance to respond. All I said that when I finally did is that I was just playing PlayStation, and they got so mad at me for that. But it's like, if I were to have done that to that person, they would have flipped out on me, and it would have been my fault, and it's okay for them to ignore my text messages, but if I don't reply within minutes of them texting me, then it's like World War III. So that's just ridiculous. But yeah, it's like I said, it's okay for them to do it to me, but for me to do it to them is, it's a big no-no. Text messaging. The other problem with text messaging is you can't. How can I say this? You can't detect someone's tone of voice, so you're not sure how they mean something when they text it, for the most part. Some text messages can come across as, someone having an attitude, when it's simply just miscommunication from the text. Like, you can't convey tone of voice, so you don't always know how somebody means to say something through text messaging. It causes a lot of misunderstandings, and sometimes people are cool about it, and they're like, oh, okay, I gotcha. Or some people take it to heart, and they get mad at you. Sorry. Speaking of text messages. Yeah, that, or, I forgot what I was saying. But the other big one is, like I said, when people leave the message on red and they just stop talking to you for no reason. That's happened to me a lot. And I try to ask the person why they did that, and they just don't answer me. It's like, why, like I said, why bother talking to me if you're just going to ghost me, you know? Yeah, people can strike up a conversation and then just stop within the middle of it. Like, it's just, I don't know. Let's see what else. Ignoring text. Yeah, I pretty much nailed everything. I mean, it comes down to double standards, and double standards is a topic that I'm going to do another video on because there's so many double standards that I've experienced. A lot of it has to do with texting. Like I said, the person ignoring me and then texting me out of the blue one day, and they can't understand why I'm upset with them because they just ignore my text messages and don't answer me. And then they text me like nothing happened. It's just ridiculous. It's like they act like they didn't do anything by ignoring your text for, I don't know, a week at a time. So that's just like a pet peeve of mine. I mean, like, seriously, it takes like a second to send somebody a text message. Like, how hard is it to just, reply and be honest about things? And that's the other thing that gets me. It's like, oh, I don't have time, I'm busy, I'll text you later. It's like, I get that people are busy, but if you have time to tell somebody you're busy, you got time to reply. But sometimes people do get too busy to answer a text message, but when they don't answer it for days on end, I mean, that should tell you something right there about how they feel about you. I mean, you're obviously not a priority. They obviously couldn't care less if they got back to you or not. So that's just texting in general. Like I said too, it causes miscommunications, and it can be a real pain texting somebody. Sometimes that's why it's better just to talk on the phone, because then you can hear somebody's voice and hear the inflection of what the words that they're using. Excuse me. So, I mean, texting is awesome. It's easy, it's convenient, it's quick. But I turned that off. What the heck? But yeah, I mean, on the one time, I deactivated my Facebook account, and somebody flipped out on me for it because they thought I blocked them on Facebook, which I find peculiar because, one, I didn't block this person. I just deactivated my account a while back, and they saw that and they texted me and they flipped out because they thought I blocked them. Now the funny part about that is that person was ignoring my text messages. So why would they get mad if I did block them? I mean, like, why do they care? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Granted, like I said, I did not block her. I just deactivated my account. Just because I want to take a break from Facebook. But man, was she mad when she texted me. But it's like any other time, it's like it's on her time. Like, I can't text and get a response from her, but she can text me and then I'll respond to her. So it's okay for her to ignore my text messages, and then for her to text me when it's only convenient for her. And she said we should do this, that, and the other thing, and it never happened. None of it ever happened. I just think it's just a double standard. The whole ignoring text messages thing. One, like, I've never ignored a text message from this girl. I always got back within a few minutes, but like I said, she won't answer me for days on end. So sometimes people just, I don't know. I don't know what goes through their heads, but the whole double standard thing is just ridiculous to me, and it's definitely a turn off too. Like, if somebody's gonna do that kind of stuff to you, they're kind of stringing you along and leading you on and everything. Like that person's just, I don't know what the word would be, but you figured they could be an adult about it and tell you why they stopped texting you, and give you a heads up as to how they feel, and instead of sitting there and making you wonder what's going on because they won't answer your text messages. And it's like everything was cool. The back and forth with the texting was cool before, but just it was seriously just like for no reason. They stopped texting me. Now, like I said, if I did that to them, like if I were to go block them on Facebook right now, they'd probably get pretty mad at me for doing so, because they got mad when I deactivated my account. Now, if I blocked them, I'm pretty sure they would flip out on me for it. Even though they haven't spoken to me in like 2 weeks. So there's just a lot to text messaging that I don't like, and it's especially when you can tell somebody's on their phone. Like I said, if they're posting stuff on Facebook while you're texting them and they choose to ignore your text message, like that's just, it's like, why bother talking to me in the first place if you're just going to ignore my text messages and get mad if I don't text you back right away. It's just that, and getting attitude for not texting back right away. It's just like, not only that, but the other person seemed to be clearly with somebody else, and it's they didn't have the common courtesy to tell me that I should back off because they were talking to somebody else. But I wouldn't dare send a text message like that because, oh my God, the attitude I would get. I would apologize for just bothering somebody if I felt like I was bothering somebody, and even if they didn't say it was, and then they would get mad at me for that. They would get mad when I asked when we can hang out again, and they'd either get mad at me for that or they'd just totally ignore that question. They would act like I didn't even say anything about that. So it's just, they're picking and choosing which text messages to reply to and which ones to ignore. And it's just frustrating because it's like you just want the truth, and the person won't tell you the truth about what's really going on and why they're not texting you. Now, I don't understand why they would do that, because if I was in that situation, I would be an adult and tell them, be like, look, I'm doing this now, and this is, A, B, C, and D, and, just tell them instead of ignoring them. And for some odd reason, leaving them on your Facebook, I don't know. I don't understand it. I don't understand girls, obviously, either. I don't know anyone who does, but the texting is just causes a lot of stress too, because you're like, what should I do? It's been a while since I talked to this person. Should I send them a text or shouldn't I? Should I leave them alone or shouldn't I? That, or should I wait for them to text me? Or do I even care if they text me? Do I just get rid of this person? Do I block their number? Do I ignore their text if they do text me? Especially after all the nasty things that were said to me, to make me feel guilty. That's the other thing. They would say stuff to make me feel guilty about them not replying to me. Now that's messed up. They would completely turn the tables and be like, it's my fault that they didn't answer me for like over a week. That's just ridiculous. That's just somebody who can't accept responsibility for doing something crappy to somebody else, and reprimanding me for asking, why haven't you, texted me back, or even just, not replying to saying, hey, how you doing? They would get mad at me and say it's my fault, just because they didn't answer me. It's like, what did I do wrong? I just asked a simple question, and it's like I don't even want to say anything. I still, I'm not gonna lie, I still have some feelings for somebody, but I'm not gonna text them. I'm pretty much waiting for them to make their move. which if there is any move, they're gonna make it all. But texting can really ruin relationships, you know, just because, like I said, you can't tell the tone of the voice when they're saying something. So, but yeah, texting can be bad, or it can be good, you know, and you can tell how much a person cares about you by how long it takes them to respond to you. Now, if they take a long time to respond to you, then you're obviously not that high up on the list of priorities. If they don't respond to you at all, then they really don't care about you. And that's, you know, I think that's a given. If they just stop talking to you altogether, then that person doesn't really care for you at all, and there's really no reason to keep in touch, you know. So anyhow, that's my rant on text messaging. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll probably do another one similar to this because I want to talk more about double standards. Double standards is something that drives me crazy. So I'm going to do a video of that probably. Well, the thing about double standards is that there's so many of them. I have to pick and choose which double standards I want to talk about. Text messaging is a big one. So for next Saturday, because Saturday is Rants Day, I'm going to figure out another double standard to talk about. Just because there's so many, like I said. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you can relate to anything I said to me, please leave a comment below and let me know what's up. And leave me a like. Please subscribe to my channel too. I'd appreciate it, especially if you enjoyed the video. So that's it for me for now. I'll see you guys in the next one.